I need Chelsea to be really open, like completely and openly doing what she's seeing, being herself. So that means she's got to feel that freedom of reading the script and not feel any holes when she shows what she's seeing. She's already doing it very openly and freely, but it needs to be with the joy and pride of who she is. And that unique thing she's got to offer. It's got to be shown and not held back, no sense of that. For Camille, I think I want to add some sort of ostinato. I need to give her a structure of some kind. Something to create a sense of timing on her part that doesn't affect Chelsea, but affects her interpretation of Chelsea. I need something a little shorter to be able to subdivide it faster and faster. It'll start out more subdivided and become less so as she frantically begins to follow Chelsea more. So that ostinato will appear more at the beginning. First, it's got to catch her interest. The beginning will be her only watching. Then her reaction will be to start a lot of that measurement ostinato. So gradually, as she begins to measure and sees what it is she's measuring, she'll start to get a little more of it in herself. She'll start to follow a little more. Finally, the measuring will become less, and she'll be following so much, and then it's all about becoming the following. And not just following, but starting to respond to it. Let her respond to that and become integrated with it until it truly responds to the improvisation. It's going to be very improvisational, which is the way to keep it genuine. As for Lydia, she will be clicking away. The lights will be dim in this first part, so her flash will illuminate those moments that she's catching. I do like the clicking and the flashing of the photographs, and I also like the fact that they can't catch everything, because when we're measuring things, we're not catching everything. I need her to be standing where the audience is more. Not that she's not part of the piece, but I need the audience to identify with her. I need the audience to very much identify with Camille. But I need them to understand that Lydia is part of Camille. They should, in a way, identify with her as well. The point where Camille becomes so responsive to Chelsea, I need Lydia to stop taking pictures as much and put the camera down for just a moment at a time to watch as she becomes engrossed in it, less as the photographer, memory keeper, recorder, moment maker, observer, but starting to feel an internal participation. Now there's a concern about the second part. So the first part being so genuine and so on the spot, personally involved in the moment. The part where I really want to be in the moment, about being in the moment, it needs to be about it and actually in it. For that part, I have it planned. Well, now, how genuine is that? How in the moment actually is it? It's very structured, and granted, I want time to slow down, but do I need all of that choreography that I have? I'm starting to think I don't. And I'm starting to think that the finger intertwining might be the end, and that's all it takes. I wonder if it might work for me to have Lydia set down the camera and intertwine fingers as well, or perhaps fade as she begins to. The camera needs to continue to have its presence because I want it to linger in the audience's mind, whether we can ever completely get rid of that observational part of ourselves, because that's my question for me. I don't know if I can ever get rid of that observing little nag in my brain. And it's been the struggle to get it down to just a nag from the overwhelming force that it was before I was able to participate. The camera can't be integrated into the moment. But I'm definitely thinking it's time to get rid of the set choreography. Focus on that image of the intertwining that we were caught with so early on. I want to make a haiku out of the epic, and I need to continue to make it more concise in a way that defines what it needs to. So, not terse, but truly properly concise, unlike my blathering now. Makes the drive more interesting though. I definitely need to get some music going on for this piece. Create an atmosphere that won't intrude on the presence of the dancers and the photographer. I want something that will include the elements of openness, curiosity, exploration, and genuineness that Chelsea is, but somehow divided with some kind of percussion or some sort of effect, something that represents Camille, and some even more structured aspects to it representing the even more subtle division and observation of Lydia. I was using explosions in the sky, which really has that kind of ethereal, unobtrusive interestingness to it that I wanted. But in a way, I almost think I want to go back to my musicians and music that have lyrics, more present structure, and I think the playfulness of the music that I listen to that has lyrics is something I can use. Of course, the problem with the lyrics is then I get picky.